Good evening, you're watching 7 at 7, the only news bulletin where we curate the day's top 7 stories for our viewers. Before I take you through the headlines, I want to quickly get you up to speed where numerically India stands with its fight against COVID-19. Viewers, right now we stand at 5,61,591 active positive cases in the country. Till date, our country has recorded a death toll due to COVID of 1,38,648. Total recoveries till date are 89,73,373. So this is numerically where we stack up with a fight against, well, this is something most awaited, premiering this January. Neta Rajinikanth. Finally, Tamil Nadu's politics will witness the superstar debuting. Rajinikanth today made his intent clear. Finally, he will fight the 20 elections as well, and he will launch his political party. What does this mean for Tamil politics? Will Rajinikanth really make a difference? That's the question.
After 3 years of wait and watch, Talaivar seems finally ready to make his debut as a Neta. It's now clear that Neta Rajinikanth will be contesting the 2021 Tamil Nadu Assembly election. The formal announcement will be made in 27 days, just before the year ends. The superstar politician will launch his party in January next year.
Parliament election வந்து அந்த நேரத்துல முடிவு பண்றேன். சட்டமன்ற தேர்தல் வரும்போது சட்டமன்ற தேர்தலுக்கு முன்னால கட்சி ஆரம்பிச்சு நான் வந்து 234 தொகுதிக்கு நான் போட்டியிடுறேன்னு சொல்லியிருந்தேன். தமிழ்நாடு முழுவதும் வந்து நமக்கு சுற்றுப்பயணம் செய்யலாம்னு இருந்தேன். ஆனா இந்த கொரோனால வந்து அது வந்து என்னால செய்ய முடியல.
Rajinikanth has maintained he won't be the chief ministerial candidate, but has vowed to change the lives of the people of Tamil Nadu.
நான் வந்து அது வந்து நான் ஒரு சின்ன கருவி தான். அது வந்து நீங்க தான் ஜனங்க நீங்க முடிவு பண்ணுங்க. நான் வந்து சொல்லிட்டேன், நான் வர்றேன், மாற்றம்.
Moments after Rajinikanth's big declaration, supporters outside the actor's Poise Garden residence broke into celebration.
भगवान दादा आ गया, हमारा भगवान दादा तमिलनाडु को बचाने के लिए आ गया. अभी तो तमिलनाडु बस बहुत इंडिया में पगले आ जाओगा तमिलनाडु.
See, I'm not surprised because I'm very much evident that Talaivar, if he's going to announce something, it is going to be 100% for sure. And December 31st, 2017, it was very clear. He said he's going to come for sure. There is no backstep. There is no thinking backwards. Talaivar is going to come and he has announced it. It is going to be a miracle. It's going to be a celebration now.
But what does Rajinikanth's political entry mean for Tamil politics? The main Dravidian parties appear to be unruffled by Talaivar's blockbuster entry.
சிறந்த திரைப்பட நடிகர் திரு ரஜினிகாந்த் அவர்கள் நாங்கள் பெரிதும் வரவேற்கிறோம். அவருடைய வரவு நல்வரவு ஆகட்டும்.
The other big question before Neta Rajini will be whether to fight the polls solo or form part of an alliance. The BJP has been wooing the actor for quite some time now, but Rajinikanth has so far kept his cards close to his chest.
Rajinikanth is not seen just as a cinema star. He is seen as a man of principle. He is seen as an honest man who is very concerned about the people and the people of Tamil Nadu. This perception has lasted till now.
Mr. Rajinikanth will fill the vacuum, what we have been saying for the last 3 years, especially after Ms. Jayalalitha's and Mr. Karunanidhi's demise. Definitely that vacuum will be filled. The charismatic leadership. We don't have any charismatic leader as on date.
So far, Rajinikanth has maintained that he stands for spiritual politics.
The morning I actually pray for the welfare of the humanity. Everybody should God should bless everybody with peace of mind, happiness.
And fans want to know, can a simple person, a good humble person like you, would he make a good politician with so much ugly markets thrown at him?
Rajinikanth has set the ball rolling. So get ready and stand by for the release of the biggest blockbuster of 2021.
For close to 3 years, Rajinikanth fans were holding their breath to find out when Rajinikanth will take the political plunge. And finally, he has bitten the bullet. Now, will Rajinikanth be able to translate his mass popularity into votes? People of Tamil Nadu will only decide. With camera person Divyan, Pramod Madhav, for India Today.
Meanwhile, amidst raging protests against the farm laws, crucial round 2 meet between farmers and centre at Delhi's Vigyan Bhavan as we speak, whereas is underway. Agriculture Minister Narendra Tomar and Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal, along with farmers, are present in this meeting. Sources told India Today that farmers have submitted a 10-page document stating their specific disagreements on the 3 laws. Sources also say that the government will take a positive stand on the issue of MSP but will not repeal the farm laws. India Today has also learned that a panel may be formed comprising, in fact, of farmers, government representatives and experts if no consensus is reached today. But the farmers are adamant. They don't want a panel. They want the laws repealed now. I want to immediately cut across to Rahul Srivastava, National Affairs Editor, who's joining us right outside Vigyan Bhavan. Rahul, 7 straight hours. It seems the talks are hitting a stalemate.
Preeti, today morning when the talks started, the farm unions had upped the ante and they were saying that nothing short of a session, a special session to repeal the laws is something that is going to satisfy them, and they are going to call off the protests only after that happens. But the government, by asking the farm unions to submit their objections, actually broad-based the kind of discussion. And when the farm unions submitted that 10-page document with their virtual charter of demands, the government, it seems, sensed an opportunity. So first, the government took up a point-by-point clarification on all the issues raised by the farmers. In fact, the farmers at one point in the afternoon told the government representatives that we don't want clarifications, but only if for your own pleasure, we'll sit through the process. They had their own lunch. They didn't accept the hospitality of the government. But then what we are being told by sources, that on some points, the government is very keen to create some kind of convergence, give the farm unions something to take to the protesting farmers, and that will mean that the government will get an opportunity to keep the farm unions and the farmers engaged and ensure that there is no escalation, no more borders of Delhi get sieged. And that's where what some sources are saying on some issues regarding contract farming and others, the government is pushing very hard to break some new ground or create a ground for convergence.
Rahul, before we let you go, because the talks are still underway, I'm sorry to interrupt. Rahul, before we let you go, because the talks are still underway, a quick question. Will the farmers be okay with the panel? Because till now they've been firm. No committee, no panel. Take back the laws.
Preeti, when they entered the meeting for the first time on Tuesday, they are very clear that the panel is only to delay and derail the protest. And that's why they are not going to agree to a panel. But the government, what it is trying to do is, by offering some tangible outputs from the meeting today, the government is creating the ground that the farm unions can go and convince the farmers that the government is on the right path, accepting. So there is still a proposal, maybe in form of some kind of a written assurance on MSP and some tangible outputs, positive outcomes, points of convergence from this meeting could well be the ground for that.
Well, it's been 7 straight hours running and we're going to keep a keen eye. I appreciate you, Rahul, for joining us. I'm going to come back to you very soon. But on the flip side of it, of what's going on across the borders of Delhi, it's day 8 of the protests and the farmers are refusing to relent despite the talks. Farmers say they are prepared for the long haul if their demands to roll back the 3 laws are not met. The Delhi police is on high alert. Security has been tightened. Additional 45 companies of the CRPF have been called in. Security has been tightened, especially at the Ghazipur and Singhu border. Thousands of farmers are camping at Delhi and they continue to pour in because sources tell us that there is now a groundswell with farmers pouring in from various states. They have already blocked NH24 on Ghaziabad Delhi Road. In total, 5 border points, including Singhu border, Tikri border, have been closed due to the protest. Farmers from UP, Uttarakhand, Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat today joined in the agitation. Meanwhile, Maharashtra Congress has passed a resolution to support agitating farmers in Delhi.
तो कितनी मीटिंग बुलाएगा बार बार आप बच्चा छोड़ के आए हैं घर का कारोबार छोड़ के आए हैं, है ना, अपना सारा कारोबार लोगों का पीछे पड़ रहा है। एक दिन भी बाहर कटना है तो बहुत मुश्किल होता है, लेकिन जब तक ये संघर्ष है जारी रहेगा, इससे कोई पीछे नहीं हटने वाला है।
किसान अपने हक अधिकार को लेकर दिल्ली सरकार को मनाने के लिए और ईंट का जवाब पत्थर से देने के लिए यहाँ पर आया है
कि ये दावा करते हैं कि इससे किसानों को फायदा होगा, लेकिन उसका रिजल्ट आज ही दिखाई दे रहा है। किसान को इतना फायदा हुआ कि जो एमएसपी रेट है उस 1800 कुछ रुपया है, 64 रुपया, 68 रुपया, और उसके अलावा आज 800 से 1100 में धान और गेहूं बिक रहे हैं।
All right, let's cut across to the various ground reports filed by our reporters on the various borders. 5 of them, viewers, are blocked to Delhi right now. Listen in.
Border, farmers in large numbers are now coming and joining this protest. The numbers are just swelling up. The farmers are now waiting for some kind of instruction to come from the central leadership on the meeting which is taking place with the central government.
And the farmers' agitation entered the 7th day. It's time to block the Ghaziabad-Delhi border. It's NH24 which connects Delhi to Ghaziabad, and I can show you that how the farmers have blocked the National Highway 24 completely, and they are agitating right on the National Highway. That's how the traffic has been halted completely from Ghaziabad towards Delhi side.
सरकार बात नहीं मानती है तो हम बात मनवा कर जाएंगे, हम यहीं रहेंगे, दिन रात यहीं रहेंगे। हम 2 महीने 4 महीने का राशन अपने साथ लेकर आए हैं। 26 जनवरी की परेड देख कर जाएंगे हम बिल्कुल।
सबकी नजरें टिकी हुई है विज्ञान भवन पर कि विज्ञान भवन में जो सरकार और किसानों के बीच बातचीत चल रही है, क्या वो सफल होगी। अगर सफल होती है तो ये बॉर्डर खुल जाएगा और दिल्ली वालों को बड़ी राहत मिलेगी, लेकिन अगर बातचीत सफल नहीं होती है तो इसी तरह का नजारा आपको देखने को मिलेगा सिंघू बॉर्डर पर।
These farmers have come all the way from the state of Uttar Pradesh and they are now joining the protest. They have everything they need, from a hookah to blankets to food for the next 4 months. They now say if the central government does not pay heed to what they have to say, then all of them will make sure they stop all the borders leading to the national capital. All the eyes are now on the very crucial meeting which is taking place between the farmers and the central government. This is Aishwarya Paliwal reporting for India Today with camera person Ritesh Mishra.
All right, let's just shift focus right now to south of India, which is literally bracing for yet another storm. A week after Cyclone Nivar hit Tamil Nadu, Cyclone Burevi is expected to hit near the Pamban coastline in Rameswaram. The Met Department predicts the landfall to happen tonight. The cyclone is expected to impact the Kerala coastline and Tamil Nadu's Kanyakumari. Currently, right now, surging at 90 kilometers away from Pamban, hitting Sri Lanka's eastern coast. The latest forecast suggests that Cyclone Burevi may weaken into a deep depression as it enters Kerala. An orange alert is sounded in southern Tamil Nadu and Kerala. In Tamil Nadu, 5 southern districts, including Kanyakumari, Tirunelveli and Thoothukudi, are expected to receive heavy rainfall. Power supply has been cut off in Rameswaram since yesterday night. In Kerala, a red alert has already been sounded in 4 districts of Thiruvananthapuram, Kollam, Pathanamthitta and Alupi. 14 NDRF teams have been pressed into service in Tamil Nadu, 4 in Puducherry and 8 in Kerala. Prime Minister Modi spoke to the chief ministers of the states affected and offered all possible support. All right, when is the vaccine going to be available to people across the world is going to be a segment that we are going to make permanent till the vaccine is introduced in India. As the United Kingdom has approved Pfizer's vaccine for emergency use from next week, India has been now increasing preparations to ensure fair and wide distribution of the vaccine. States across the country are working to prepare for vaccine storage and distribution. In Maharashtra alone, the government has stated all preparations are in place to ensure storage and distribution. BMC has selected the 4 government-run hospitals for vaccination and storage. Karnataka government has stated that the state is fully prepared and ready for vaccination with all preparations in place. The third phase of clinical trials of the Bharat Biotech's Covaxin and Serum's Institute Covishield is currently underway in the country. Russia's Sputnik 5 phase 2 and 3 trials are also underway.
रिजल्ट वैक्सीन का अच्छा रहा, साइड इफेक्ट भी बहुत मिनिमाइज थे। अब सवाल ये है कि ये वैक्सीन कितनी इफेक्टिव और कितने समय के लिए इफेक्टिव होगी, इसके लिए लॉन्ग टर्म ट्रायल की ज़रूरत है। जो फेज़ 1 फेज़ 2 ट्रायल हुए हैं उनके रिपीटेड सैंपल्स लिए जा रहे हैं ताकि ये देखा जाए कि ये एंटीबॉडीज़ कितने समय तक परसिस्ट करेंगे। हम लोग 96 डेज तक का ले चुके हैं, जिसमें ये देखा गया है कि काफ़ी 80-90% तक जो है ये परसिस्ट कर रही हैं और इम्यूनिटी देने में सक्षम हो रही हैं। तो ऐसा लगता है कि ये वैक्सीन आगे चल के अच्छी साबित होगी।
All right, let's focus right now on the air that Delhi breathes, which is, as usual, terrible. No respite for Delhiites as air quality in the national capital region continues to deteriorate for the 4th consecutive day. Air quality index of 375 was recorded in Delhi today, which led to hazy skies all across, while Noida, joining the capital, registered a hazardous AQI of 365. Suburbs of Gurgaon had an AQI index of 320. Remember, the national capital witnessed more polluted November this year than in 2019, largely due to lesser rains and large-scale stubble burning. Welcome back. You're watching a fact-check segment where we bust certain myths masquerading to be facts on social media platforms and WhatsApp groups. Now, you might have seen it on various WhatsApp group. A claim which suggested Kamala Harris condemning the Indian government over the farmers' tear. The fact: she never did anything. The Canadian MP's morphed tweet passed off as Kamala's statement. Incorrect, wrong. This was morphed. All right, with that quick fact check, it's a wrap on this edition of 7 at 7. But do stay tuned. Up next is To The Point. Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.